欢迎来到 APP 我们拉斯维加斯见。
Tervetuloa APP:hen.
Bem-vindo à APP.
Welkom bij APP-conferentie.
Marhaban.
Bienvenidos a la APP.
Bienvenue à l'APP.
Vítám tě na konferenci Asociace profesionálních píserů. Ciao.
Welcome to APP 2019.
Hey, I'm Kenny, I'm from Anatometal. This is my first year at conference, and I don't know, I wish that I had known how much chapstick I would need coming from the coast. Moisturizer, face, hands, everything. Just staying hydrated is really important. Yesterday I spent most of the day on the floor not drinking enough water, mostly drinking Red Bull, and I got back up and my throat was destroyed. So water all day, as much moisturizer as you can do, and just be all smiles. Positive attitude is better than anything.
Welcome to conference and bring comfy shoes.
Be sure to bring a good water bottle so you can fill it up at all the water stations in the classrooms. You can also put coffee or juice in there, and you can get ice from the ice makers near your hotel room.
Right, so something you should definitely not forget to bring is snacks. You need snacks because food's expensive here and you're gonna be running around. Bring your snacks.
Do not downsize your jewelry before coming, and do not get pierced before APP.
Yes, bring extra posts. I had to pull jewelry out of my ear last year to put it in my lip at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So learn from us and bring longer jewelry with you because things freak out in the desert.
So tips and tricks for conference. When you're gonna travel, I suggest you to just book everything in advance. Make a plan. Book the conference in advance. You're gonna make sure that you get the best price that way, and you get the most out of conference.
Sunscreen and snacks.
Sometimes when we come to conference, we are trying to achieve the extraordinary and we forget to do the ordinary things. So make sure you do life. If you need to skip a class, skip a class. No big deal. Next year that class will be there again.
So tips and tricks for conference. If you're worried about not being able to afford conference, if you can save only $20 a week, by the time you do that for a year, you have over $1,500 for the week of conference to spend. And then also the money that you save and put back, if you lower your limits on your card, that way you don't max everything out and spend all your money while you're here, you can have your limit set at $300 a day. That way you don't blow all your money, which is very easy to do in Vegas. It's overstimulating. I have lost all my money the first day and had to survive for a week on $5. It's very horrible, but it's possible. But it will change you. It will teach you a lot of life lessons to prepare for the next year. So just put back very little, and if you can't do $20 a week, do $10 a week. Save some of your tips and keep your salary to pay your bills to live on. Put back as much as you can. If you can do more 1 week, less 1 week. Through the year, it's very easy to save very little to allow you the money to get here and have a really great time with all of your peers. Thank you for listening.
Sure, there's been more than enough of the typical common sense advice about hydration, lotion, not staying up all night, not partying, remembering you're here for education. I would just like to say to remember your origins, remember the sacred sex and the spiritual ritual aspects of this that have been taking a back burner as our elders move out of the industry, myself included, and the new fashion-oriented comes in. Remember to have deeper, meaningful exchanges with your clients and with yourself within the rituals that we are performing.
I'm Luna Duran. I've been coming to conference for 8 years, I think. I was an Aldis Hours scholarship recipient my first year. And so I was always a volunteer. I think that my biggest tip for anybody who has any sort of social anxiety or fear about meeting everyone is to volunteer. Because as a volunteer, you're kind of forced to work with a lot of people who you wouldn't really go up to otherwise. And that can definitely help establish friendships right off the bat.
Hey, I'm Shorty here at APP 2019. Just want to let y'all know or remind you, don't forget business cards. Networking is key.
I always recommend anytime you come to conference, bring something not Pearson related to do. There's a lot to do in Vegas, but sometimes it's good to get away from Vegas while you're here. Bring a good book or a good movie. Spend some time for yourself outside of this energy. It's good for you.
So my advice about conference would be not to stay in your hotel room the whole time. Even if you're like a little bit nervous, like staying a little bit in the hotel room is okay, but definitely you'll regret it once you get home if you've like been too scared to leave your comfort zone and just chill by yourself the whole time. So.
Not everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hi everyone, my tip, just the tip, is every time if you're gonna travel for far away like me, take short travels. Don't take 24 hours, then you're gonna be jet lagged.
Great tip for first-timies or anybody who's a little bit shy. I like to bring candy from my home country. So Canada, we got little maple candies.
No. So yeah, they're really nice to bring because when you make new friends or if you say want to tip a service staff, someone that you met recently and give them a little treat, you can give them a little snacky poo.
Yum! And
snacky poo!
Okay, so new this year is the silent auction. It's pretty excited, we're pretty stoked about it. We got tons of things you guys can bid on. Just remember, first bid is 10% of the overall price, and you can buy it now if you want. It's going to be fantastic. So we're stoked about it. Come check it out.
We got some really great prizes from Anatometal. We got $5,000 prize bid on. We got a bunch of Sleeping Goddess stuff. We got a bunch of Aura stuff. A bunch of industrial strength. It's gonna be awesome. Super cool.
Sorry.
Silent. Dynamite.
My advice to especially first year attendees is to talk to everybody. No one is cooler than you, and it's great to get out of your comfort zone and talk to everybody. So if you see somebody, especially if someone intimidates you, talk to that person because they're probably pretty cool.
Some of my favorite things to do while here at APP is to go to the shops, walk around, take a look at things. The best tip I can give you is to don't be afraid to ask people for help. Everyone's super helpful, super nice. So yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out. You'll get the answer a lot faster.
I'm here to gamble.
I would say that my favorite trick is a lot of us are introverts and we require our quiet time. So make sure you take that. Make sure you take your meds and you have your routines and you stick to those and you take care of yourself. But also know that there are tons of people here that will help take care of you. The other main thing is we are in a unique part of our industry where we have access to our elders and our pioneers, and those opportunities are not going to last forever, unfortunately. They're all super sweet and very down to earth. Don't miss your opportunities to say hi and get their signature and get a hug and get your photos with them. They're awesome and they will enjoy the attention, so take those opportunities.
The thing about APP for me is it's an opportunity to recharge my batteries. Every year we work so hard, and sometimes it's hard to remember why we work as hard as we do. And coming to APP allows me to reconnect to all those other professionals that I don't get to see. I get to brush up on my skill sets, I get to brush up on my knowledge, but most importantly I get to recharge my batteries by all the people. It really is the people that makes the APP.
Hi attendees, it's a really good idea if you're single and you're planning to mingle. You might want to bring some condoms with you. Everyone should be prepared, doesn't matter who you are, you should have something handy. Also, consent should be offered and received or exchanged throughout any kind of interaction. As soon as there's a no, you're done. Also, it's really important to know that as soon as either of you has had the alcohol consumption of about a beer, consent is meaningless for either party. Ladies, that means you too. If someone's liquored up, that doesn't mean you get a pass because you are not the fella in this scenario. So please respect your colleagues and your friends by getting consent from them if anything is going to happen. That's all I have.
Hello, welcome to APP conference. If you're leaving the hotel, make sure you travel with a buddy.
Yeah, make sure you pack your own alcohol. Liquor is fucking expensive here. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but...
So some of my favorite stuff to do in Las Vegas is to go to buffets. And a really good way to eat cheap while you're here is you can get this 24-hour buffet pass where you can actually get 4 meals out of it over 24 hours. And if you're looking for something to do that's inexpensive, you can also go to the Bellagio Fountains right across the street. It's one of my favorite shows in Vegas and it's free.
Pues mis consejos para cuando vengan a Las Vegas es que se droguen, que cojan un chingo y que tomen mucho alcohol.
So I do suggest that you guys try out the photo scavenger hunt called Click. It is on the APP mobile app, this Crowd Compass app. So check it out. We do it every year and it's awesome. It's a great way to meet people, hang out.
Hey everybody, my name's Cody Vaughn. I'm the president for the Association of Professional Piercers. And my tip to you is meet people, say hi, interact, make new friends. You might meet somebody that's going to be your boss later on. Great new job opportunities. So don't be shy. Say hello to people. Everybody wants to say hi to everybody else, and we're all really friendly. We want to meet all of you guys. Thank you.
So the subject of today's little video is self-care during conference, aside from the obvious of drinking water, which is very important. 2 suggestions that I have for everybody here. Number 1, say hi to people, make friends. It's really easy to do, just walk up and say hello. Number 2, get some sleep. Set a timer on your phone to remind you that sleep is important and that you have to go to bed. If not, you won't remember anything and it won't be as fun. My 2 cents.
I wish I would have remembered a bathing suit, because I could go swimming at the pool party.
My favorite thing about conference is the communication and honestly the family. It's 5 days of being a big family reunion and actually getting to communicate with people that you only see once a year and sometimes may never see again. But it's definitely family and community and just everything about that.
Hi, it's Angela, and I am so excited to be here for APP. I think, geez, I don't know, maybe my 23rd, 24th time. And the number one tip or trick I can give you is take some time out. Go back to your room, rest a little, make sure that you drink a lot of water and have 2 chapsticks for when you lose that first one, you've got a backup. Staying hydrated in any type of situation, not only are we in a different climate, but we're also talking so much and so loud. So I think that we dehydrate ourselves on a regular basis. So just stay hydrated. That's the number 1 tip I can give. And bring tinnies.
So my tip is to wear comfortable shoes. Do not wear your spiky, cool looking, whatever shoes. Wear your comfortable shoes.
So this is my 4th conference. The 2 big takeaways that I'd like to give someone who's never come before is don't be afraid to not make plans. You're allowed to not go to dinner. You're allowed to not go to the bar. You're allowed to make plans and cancel them. And the other important thing I want to say is to not load your schedule so full that you're not fully retaining what you're getting in class. If you're a 2 class a day person, if you're a 1 class a day person, that's cool. Come back next year. You're always going to be able to take different classes. You might miss one that will never come around, but at least the ones you did take, you retained everything from. Those are the 2 things I'd say.
This is my 4th conference as well. Something very valuable that I've learned is bring snacks, bring your own food. We have an entire suitcase just full of snacks. Food here is expensive and you're not always going to have time to go and sit down and figure out what you're going to eat. So if you just like run out real quick between classes and pull like a protein bar or something like that. I eat a lot of candy, unfortunately, but it gets me going. It really helps, so then by the end of the day you're not like completely exhausted and just cranky, and you can actually go out and do stuff if you do feel like doing it.
Yeah, perfect breakfast start into the day before I go to continue with the conference. That's one of my favorites, so I can like be in bed, eat, get ready, Cool. I think besides from drink enough water, be open to communicate, to connect to people. I think that's a very important thing to make yourself feel comfortable in at conference, as long as you don't feel or are not overwhelmed yourself. Try to check in with other people and don't fuck it up.
So my advice would be to don't forget to practice self-care. It can be really overwhelming, so if you are feeling like you need to take a minute for yourself, take that minute, take as many minutes as you need. Classes are important, but keeping your body healthy and your mind healthy are also important.
So the one thing I've learned over the years about Las Vegas is how important self-care is. I definitely recommend making sure that you pay attention to what your body's doing and what it's feeling, and whether or not you need to sleep, eat, spend some time alone, relax a little bit, because it's really fun to spend the whole week with all these people that you don't see all year, but if you don't take care of yourself, you will go home feeling sick and miserable. So yeah, it's a good time to practice what we know we should be doing anyway.
So, coming to APP can be a little bit overwhelming because there's a lot going on. One thing that I want to talk to you about today is sticking with your goals. For me, that means sticking with my weight loss goal. I am trying to lose 100 pounds this year, so I work out every single day. Coming here and taking off a full week from that would definitely not be great for my goals. So I did what I have to do. I'm swimming laps in the pool. I'm going to the workout facility. So just because you're going on vacation or you're going somewhere doesn't mean that you have to let your goals slip. You can stick with it. You just have to find a way.
Don't forget to have